And we are live. Welcome everyone to the Formula Trout test stream, test race for tonight. The first and inaugural race of the season, although unofficial. I'm joined tonight by Yap Wagonrot, who's going to be co-commentating with me tonight. Hi Yap, hope you're having a good evening so far.
Thank you, Jack. Yes, I'm looking forward to be joining you. It's an honor for me.
Yeah, very good. Me and Yap are seasoned F3 drivers, so we'll know what we're talking about when we come to the racing later on. But yeah, tonight we're at Paul Ricard. Quite an infamous circuit, I think, for these drivers anyway. I know a lot of these guys have quite a bit of experience around here, so we should be seeing quite a bit of action. And the list tonight of our drivers actually goes off my screen, so I do apologise if some of you guys don't make it onto the leaderboard tonight, but we've got that many drivers that it's just going off the end of my screen. I know you guys can't see that at the moment, but wow, this is the biggest, I think, grid we've ever had in Trout League so far. So looking forward to this. 5.842 kilometers this circuit, 3.63 miles. 15 turns, lap record held by Paul Magzire with a 1 minute 30.284. That was set on the 2019 cars though. This season we're running the new 2021 in brackets 22 cars, as you all know by now if you are avid fans of F1 that these cars have been pushed back 1 year. But we're running them tonight in 2020 just for you guys, as Trout League is always 1 year ahead. So
at least 1 year.
At least 1 year. But yeah, if you guys like what you see tonight, you can always hop into our Discord in the description below. The season starts officially on the 25th of April, so if you want to get your eye in with some of the best drivers in the Assetto Corsa, then you can do with that link down below. I'm going to take you on a lap walkthrough now around Circuit Paul Ricard. Here we go then. Onto the main straight we go. Heading into T1, looking for between the 150 marker, turning in for the left-hander, coming over the crest for the turn 2. A little bit of a run down here into 3, clipping this curb on the apex there. Slow section now. Rounding this one out, and now this long, patient right-hander. You want to make sure you're not on the throttle too early. You could spin the car and onto the main straight. Opening the DRS, you'll be seeing a lot of overtakes made here. Heading into the chicane then, splitting up the straight, clipping the apex on the entry, using all the curb, mid-corner, and on the exit. Onto the second part of the straight then. No DRS on this part though, so all reliant on the slipstream down here through a fast right hand kink there and into a long sweeping right hander. Important to get this one right. A lot of tyres will be seen overheating there, so you'll be seeing lots of understeering moments. Another long left hander and rounding out this short right turn into another long left. It then goes into the last corner of the circuit. A tight right hander onto the main straight. Opening your DRS, and that is your lap of Paul Ricard. So here we go then. Qualifying started. Any idea who might be on the pole position tonight then? Yep.
Well, Umas Rees is back in Trout League.
He is. That's news. That is news.
He's the big favorite, but last year we saw Max Hammerlink getting really close to the championship, so I think he's a good candidate for Paul as well. What do you think?
Yeah, for sure. I think Irma's he's proven he's quick again. I've just realised the ticker at the top of the stream is wrong, so I'll just change that while we speak. But yeah, Irma's always been a quick driver. It's nice to see him back in the league. I think he well, I know he had some issues a few seasons ago that got him banned from the season, but he's back now. I think he's learnt his lesson, so he's back racing with us today, which is great news. Hopefully we can see some good racing tonight, as I know a lot of the top guys are very, very close to each other. So we'll see. We've got a lot of new teams this season.
Yeah, it's going to be very interesting to see how they match up against the really experienced teams and drivers.
Yeah.
Also, really looking forward to see what Paul Maxar will be capable of.
Yeah.
He's already champ.
Yeah, reigning champion, and he's moved teams to Forza Sahara, which is also a new team this season. We've got tons and tons of new teams and drivers that we're all going to have to learn names of, which is going to be fun. No doubt I'm going to forget.
Sahara. Yeah, they ran the Agile series, the Forza Sahara team. So they're not completely new, but they're new for the hybrids.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. The Agile series, if you guys are unaware, that was ran last season as our little off-season, if that makes sense. But it was good fun. You even raced in the app. How was that for you?
Yes, I did. Yeah, really interesting. It was a good season.
I know, it was good to stream as well. Yeah, really fun.
Yeah, the car was it was called Formula Agile, and it really well, that's what it was. It was a really
agile, yeah.
And the races were extremely tight because of the format in the sprint series, which has a 2-race format with a second race with a reverse top 10. So those races are always really intense and close. But it was really interesting.
Yeah, really slippery car to handle, I guess is the best word to describe it. It looked a little bit of a handful. I didn't really get my hands wet with it, but I did record some lap walkthroughs of it. That's about all I did with that car, though. Really, it did seem like a fun car to drive.
Oh, it is definitely. It's nice within Trial League. We have the two really distinct race cars: the full fast-paced hybrid series, or the hybrid car, with all its gizmos and gimmicks and extreme speeds, and then the raw, slower car, which we use in the sprint series, without those gizmos, with action-packed races.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Yeah, it's for everyone.
It's non-stop action with those small little cars. But we're hoping we can see the F3 series come back at some point, because that's the one I've been waiting for to get my gloves back on and go out there racing again.
But first, the Premier Series.
Indeed.
So we got Max Hammelink setting a pretty good time already.
Yeah, what does he put in a 34.3 so far?
Yes.
Nice one. That is very nice from Max there. Let's have a look. We've got Irmis for us. I do apologise in advance. I think I might as well mention this now. As we do have a mix-up in the liveries tonight. As it is a test race, it's not really too much of an issue, but it does mean that everyone is in random liveries. So we all do apologise for that. But again, it is a test race, so it will be fixed for the next one. So no worries there for all our drivers. But just for tonight, I'm afraid it's going to be mixed-up liveries. But we do have the names on stream, so don't have to worry there.
Yeah, it's all part of. It's why we test. So it's all part of the process.
Exactly.
Yeah. Sure that in a real season, this won't happen.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Let's have a look.
Irmis in speed 2 now. He's a 10th behind Max so far.
Yeah, it doesn't seem to be on it this lap though. Yeah, 8 tenths down so far on this lap. Let's have a look through the grid then. Max Younger in the top 10.
Yeah, he was downplaying his chances before the race, but he seems on the pace so far.
Yeah, one to keep an eye on is Alex Cochran. I don't know if he's out lapping right now. I know he is doing really good race pace. I think even beating Oscar Williams at some point.
Starting
okay.
He won a race in the Agile series last year. He's starting a hot lap now,
did.
Alex. So I'll keep an eye.
Yeah. We'll have a look. We'll have a look around. Got a few coming out of the pits now. He is. I didn't even notice him there. We'll have a look at some of the new liveries we got this season then, whilst we wait for our drivers to put in some new laps. Actually, Alex is on a lap right now, I believe. We'll stick with Alex, who is driving the Nova car. Not a Nova driver himself, but the new Nova livery is actually it's one of my favourites. It's up there. Got some very vibrant colours in this season. So I'm just looking forward to this spotters guide when it comes out. We'll post a link to that in the description of the stream next time. Look at this leaderboard, it's taken up half the screen.
Yes. How many drivers do we have? 26?
Yeah, I think so, around that number, yeah.
Impressive. Yeah.
Alex Cochrane then is 1/10 up on his lap so far, which would stick him up, I think, 4 places if he does pull this off. Maybe 3 places. See if you can find any more in these last few corners.
Yeah, I believe he's going to improve.
Looks to be that way as he heads around the final corner. He's found a lot in that last corner, but lost it on the straight there. Let's see where it puts him. And that is 3 places he needs. P7 from Alex Cochrane.
Yeah, it's a good improvement for him. It's already pretty close in the midfield by the looks of things.
Incredibly close, yeah. We're seeing... What's that, nearly a 10th between drivers? That's what we like to see.
Yeah.
Very close racing.
P4 to P11 is just half a second. But it's pretty close already.
That's the stats for you. I think you're going to be the stat guy tonight.
Yeah. I'll be the one. Yeah, but it's by looks of things, Max and Urmus are really in front of the rest of the pack at the moment. They're really 7/10 ahead of everyone else.
It does seem that way. 34.3s. I know that an incredibly quick lap round here is a 33. So and Max hit 3/10 up on this current lap on his 34.3. So we'll keep an eye on him at the moment.
Okay, Urmus is also on a hot lap now. He is improving, but he's not on Max's pace right now just yet. I'll be following him.
Yeah, keep us updated. We'll see on board with Max. We'll actually go on board with Max at the moment.
A lot of traffic for Urmus though, so you can't avoid it on this track. 26 cars. It's going to be really a big challenge to find a good place, some free air to race in.
Yeah, it is indeed. Yeah, especially in so 1 minute 30 lap with 26 cars. Yeah, it's going to be quite difficult to find some free air. Max seeming to find some though. I'm putting in a 34.2 at the moment. See where Urmus is.
Urmus not improving at the moment. He ran a little bit wide in the 3rd sector, so he's now 2/10 down. But still 10 minutes left in the session.
Yep, still 10 minutes to go.
Yep.
See how many runs he can squeeze out of that time. Let's have a look around then. Maxi coming in P8 there with a 35.2. Don't know where Alex is now. Alex is P12. So Oscar Williams is just coming out of nowhere there with a 35.3. We'll see if he can improve.
David Halligan also improved. He's P3 now.
P3 for David Halligan.
Yes, on 4/10 behind Max, so he's joining the battle up front.
Got some. It's good to see names you recognise. Paul Magza popping up there, P11, 35.4.
Yeah, it's still a little bit off the pace compared to Urmus and Max, but
yeah, would
still
expect.
early days, of course.
Yeah, I would expect Paul to be up there at some point later on.
Yes, he's definitely top 5.
Yeah, easily I would say.
Plank Hughes currently in P6, by the way. He's also he's always there, Plank. So you can't rule him out. But 9/10 behind Max. It's incredibly close from P4 to P8. It's only a 10th between those 5 drivers. And then Janus and Oscar also a 10th behind. So it's incredibly close in the midfield.
It is indeed. I want to get some gaps in here for the qualifying. Let's see if I can get that. Here we go. There we go. Gaps. Right. Okay. So let's have a look. So we've got a 10th, less than a 10th there between 9th and 10th. Oscar Williams and Janus van Dijk, incredibly close. We've got less than a 10th between 4th, 5th, and 6th. That's Benyo. I want to hope that's
Simon
Benoit.
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 Oui, oui.
Okay. Well, we'll learn these names. Got Janssen in P5. These are new names. It's nice to see some new names up here. I want to learn these.
1,000 between those two. Huh?
I know,
Couldn't
incredible.
be closer.
Yeah, he's really
just
close.
20,000 behind Max, so it's all about thousands. It's the smallest of margins already.
Crazy gaps at the moment. These cars should provide good racing as well, with the lack of dirty air. Which
Good
should
point,
play,
Jack. Yeah, that's the main
part.
difference compared to last year's car, the hybrid, of course. But we got way more downforce coming from the undertray, so that should allow drivers to have less of a problem with dirty air and drive close to each other. So hopefully we see more overtaking, even more.
Hopefully, yeah, that's the plan, and even closer racing as well. So
exactly,
non-stop. Hopefully, it's similar racing that we see in lower series like the Agile and the F3, which is what we're hoping for.
Yes.
Of course, if we knew in advance, we would be running the announced hybrid 2020, but of course that never came to be, as it's only just got announced. So we're running this car this season, and I think the plan is that we run that car next season.
All right. Yeah.
And then whatever car comes out in 2022 is what we run. I'm assuming. Unofficial, that is not obviously set in stone yet. But I'm assuming that's what we'll be doing for the next few seasons. But of course, don't need to worry about that right now, as we're not even in this season.
Paul Maxar is improving. He's 2/10 up now, going a little bit wide, third sector.
We'll go on board with him. A little bit wide there, but curb his track, just so everyone knows.
He's losing it now. It's gaining. It's just about 1 or 2 or 3 tenths in the midfield, which could gain him a lot of positions. So let's see where he ends up.
Should be a top 10. Yeah, it is P9 for Paul Maxar. Just want to mention we got Mixer Mortiferum, who's just come in P5. James May also sticking it in P4 right there. Nice to see James back up there.
Yeah, he was on a good lap.
Let's see if we can. We've got 28 drivers, it seems, at the moment.
Incredible.
Largest field we've ever seen on Trout League at the moment. Loved it to see so many drivers out today. Of course, with the coronavirus pandemic, social distancing, don't have to worry about that here. So, all out guns blazing for these guys as we all sit in our rooms. Don't need to worry about any pandemic at the moment.
I'm looking with an eye at our Canadian newcomers, Team Canada, Connor Elkmans and Steve Palmer, currently 18th and 19th, but not too far off, 1.7 from this. Hey, Urmas Ries. Urmas took the.
Urmas does go fastest there.
Yeah, 34.0.
Very quick lap.
That's up to Max again. But those guys from Canada, they made a new entry. Beautiful Canadian car, which, well, we'll see
if I can. I'll see if I can find it. Might be able to find it on the track right now. There's a white livery going around right now. It's a bit strange.
Red and white, I love it.
Yeah. Oh, there it is. I just found it. Okay, so we got Cyprian Estonian driving the Team Canada car. There you go.
Right.
There's the Team Canada car.
It's great to see, especially in this worldwide pandemic. If you just look at all those nationalities, it's truly an international league.
Really got one from every country, I believe. Maybe not quite, but very, very international.
Exactly. Yeah.
Let's have a look. What's going on track? 4 minutes 20 to go. Oscar should be on track right now. There we go. Yeah.
Oscar currently P13. He's hoping to improve, I guess.
It's
incredibly close. If he improves half a second, he's in the top 5.
It's literally the smallest amounts will gain you so many positions in this stage. So
4 minutes left in the session, so that's Now it's going to be exciting.
This is what it all comes down to. Everyone's coming down to their final runs. I
Max
know a
Hammerling.
lot of people put in tons
Max
of laps.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, Max exiting the pit lane now. He's starting his out lap, so probably 2 or 3 flyers for him. In any case, his last attempt. He's got just over a tenth to improve to gain back the first place from Hermes. David de Helligan in third now, also leaving the pit lane.
Interesting. We'll see how this escalates. As Oscar is now 2 tenths up coming into the final corner. Can he find some traction? And he can. He's going to go to 2 and a bit, nearly 3 tenths up, and that's going to stick him in the top 10.
Great result. Great, well done by Oscar.
We'll see. He did come in third and practice, so there may be something else here from Oscar, but we'll have a look at some of our
Maximilian Junger in 5th position. That's a surprise.
Out of nowhere. Yeah, exactly. And Stein Prinz.
That shouldn't be a surprise, huh? Maximilian is our three-time
Formula Trot champion.
We cannot understate it.
I mean, his Formula Agile car said you already know who it is on the side, so...
exactly, yeah.
He's really got a name for himself, so if he doesn't perform today, I'm pretty sure he's going to get dropped by Octan. Not my words, but...
but give him respect, he's always there. Any car, he's always there. And
for sure.
P5 is an excellent result for him so far.
We'll see if he can pull anything else out later on with 2 minutes to go. I believe he's on an out lap right now.
Nice, he just left the pit lane as well, so he will have 1 or 2 flying laps. But he has to look backwards because there's a whole list of drivers right behind him in terms of lap time. So that's next. Everyone will have to do their utmost on the final laps.
Looks like Oscar Williams might be lining himself up for another hot one. We'll see, as he's 7 seconds off this lap, so maybe he's lining himself up for one more shoot.
Track position is incredibly important now.
As he heads into the pits, so it looks like no more running for Oscar Williams today in qualifying.
No problem.
Looks like just didn't have the fuel.
Oh no.
Heading up to James May then, who's 2
Max
tenths
Hammerling is currently he's up on his time. He's really close.
Oh, he is, yeah.
Now.
We're going to come in quick succession as James May's right behind him as well, so we'll stick with him.
Yes. He's right on almost his time at the moment. Oh, but there's traffic for Max.
Oh, that's unlucky. That's really unlucky.
He's just losing a little bit of time. That's a big shame. He was right on almost his time.
He's found some time. I don't think it's going to be enough though.
He's going
comes
to
across the
improve
line.
probably.
He might have another lap here. No, he's pulling off the side. I think that's it for Max.
A real shame. He had the pole there.
And James May improves slightly, but it's only 4 tenths off the poleman's pace, who is Mr. Riss at the moment. We'll see if he can improve, but it doesn't look likely at the moment.
It's so difficult to get the right track position. Maxi Junger seems to have managed it. There's no one in front of him.
This is Jansen for Maxi. He's just started his lap.
Still P5, so he could even improve here.
You could find Maxi in P4 if he can match David Tallaghan's time. As we finish qualifying then, the session is in fact over. Let's see who crosses the line then. I believe David Tallaghan just has...
Maxi is improving.
He is.
He is on James May's lap time at the moment.
It's all about these next crucial corners.
Yeah. Well, Maxi was on a good lap, but he didn't make it, so he's back in the pit. But basically, Maximilian Junger is the one to look at.
We're on board with him right now. Let's see if he can improve on his time.
Clank Hughes is also on track, but he isn't improving at the moment. He's P7. Final sector, maybe.
As Maxi goes wide, I don't think that lap time's going to count. He did find 3 tenths, but I think that was made off track, so unfortunately I don't think this lap's going to count.
Almost and Max in the pit lane, so They won't improve.
Yeah, it's all over for Maxi there, unfortunately.
Yeah, it's going in the pit lane.
See if we've got anyone
That means
else.
that
Hellas
Urmas-
Panos. Oh no, sorry.
Yeah.
Moors. Who's that? I can't. The livery's messing me up. Benoit. Just finishing his lap. I don't think he improved. But P11 for him.
Good. A second down on Urmas Rees, who takes pole position for this test race.
Not a bad effort at all for Mr. Nearly matching some laps that he did in his pre-practice, which is mad to think about, considering the amount of laps it took to get those laps.
Exactly, but still, it's still 6 or 7 tenths down on their best practice lap times, which is kind of surprising. What do you think?
Yeah, it's I suppose it's expected. We'll actually go to the new and well, inaugural time. We'll use the Comcam. Hello.
I love it though. I love Comcam.
Cut that. No problem.
Right. Sorry about that Comcam issue there, but we're going to watch the race then, as we are lights out here in Paul Ricard for the first race of the season. It's a good start then for Miss Riss, who leads the way. We've got a big crash in the background there. Big crash in the background. Not sure what's going to happen there, but Miss taking the lead there. Looks like we've got a massive pile up there in the background. I'm not quite sure what happened there. Involving multiple drivers. Alex DeMoney getting caught up in that, unfortunately. Yes. But we'll go back to the top. It's all sort of the same, I'd say. Oscar Williams going to P7. Maximilian Younger stealing P5 off of David Halligan at the start there.
Top 5 unchanged.
Yeah, pretty much, yeah.
Almost has a small lead on Max Hammerlink.
Got lots of jostling for position down in the midfield then, as Jordi looks for an overtake.
No DRS at this stage.
Nope, no DRS for the first 3 laps, like as in F1. We'll have a look at some close battles then. Got a 3-way battle here coming into the long right-hander with Max Janssen. Looking at him right now as we go on board. We've got a spin, Maxi Younger, no! He's gone around. He's dropping back to P10 for Maxi, that's unfortunate to see. Simon Benoit going around the outside of him. He's getting caught up by all this traffic. One thing to mention for this race, we have mixed the splits. So we'll be running... Oh, we've got an accident there in the background. Involving multiple drivers there. So yes, will be another crash there. That's unfortunate. Except we've got some unsafe rejoins happening at the moment. Again, things to iron out in this test race. Of course, not really an official race, so we'll be ironing out these issues as we go through these test races. So nothing too serious to worry about here.
are banging wheels.
It's getting very personal here.
Clank letting Maxi in front again. They were really close.
On board with Clank then, as you look at what's happening in
Cyprian.
front of him. Cyprian in front of
Cyprian
Clank.
slipped in between them. He had a great start of his race there. Clank overtaking Cyprian, and he's going for another attempt on Maxi. Still for P11 in the race, so that's a big shame for Maxi.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
unfortunate.
Maxi
for
is
Maxi, what
passing
happened.
Max Jensen in the meanwhile for P6. He's making places in his first race.
That's very good to see. Lots
Our
of new
reigning
drivers
champion.
in the top 10. We've got Simon Benoit, Max Jansen, let's see who else we got, and Motifrum.
Yeah,
All in the
Motifrum,
top
yeah.
10. It's good to see some new drivers up here. Of course, it'd be
Excellent.
better to see them in the liveries, but we'll sort that one out for next race. It's
Yeah,
going to
but
be a little
they're
bit
pretty well.
confusing, but we'll go on board with some close battles then, as Jacobs gets overtaken by Pelkmans. But looking to overtake him once again is Jacobs as they touch wheels.
Max Hammerling is closing in on Urmus in his third lap.
Yes, indeed. We'll go with the top two then.
Yes, he set the fastest lap time in on the previous lap, almost 3/10 quicker. Well, it looks like he is mounting a challenge on him.
Yeah,
DRS
looks to
enabled?
be- Here comes the slipstream. You can see
So it's,
he's slowly eking his way in. DRS for Max.
looks like
Not
Urmus is struggling a little bit.
just a little bit. We'll see if Urmus can handle the pressure. Urmus want to be quite good at handling that, so we'll see if he can hold off Max here.
He's back in route now after, well, what was a pretty intense procedure.
Yeah,
So he's of course keen to show that he's lost none of his speed.
it's nice to see him back. And he's leading again. Very characteristic of Urmus.
Well, there's no doubt of his
No
speed, of
doubt,
course.
yeah, no
We
doubt.
all
yeah.
know it. But Max is really close now. He's lost a little bit now. Urmus on a better lap. Having a huge moment. Exiting the last corner. But he's going to set the fast lap.
Looks like Stein Prince had a little bit of a moment, letting Benoit and Morty from by. Is Morty from looking for some sort of way past Benoit here? As Stein Prince getting overtaken by Maximilian Younger, who's looking to come back at him here. He's heading
Oh,
to
James
T1.
May! James May went off!
James May around.
Yes,
Stick
he's
with
back.
these threes. We're three
Recovering
wide
now.
into T2. Oh my goodness. Maxi in the
James May
wars at the
drops
moment.
from, I think, P3 to P7. So
Oh, we got a little
the
accident there.
lost him.
Stein Prince just
Oh no.
losing out. See if Maxi can stay on them. We'll come back to them later on as Max Hamlick is now only 3 tenths behind Hermes Riss.
Yeah, it's really close. Oh,
Going to the,
he has a bad
reverse
accident,
cam.
unfortunately.
Max looming down on Hermes at the moment.
Yeah.
I think these
Big
guys
train
have...
forming now for P3. David Halligan, Oscar Williams, Paul Maxey and Max Jensen. All really close behind each other.
Yeah, it looks like these guys have different strengths in different sectors, so yeah, we'll see. I think Max is much stronger in the first 2 sectors, and then Nervous just pulls it all back in the final sector.
Yeah, maybe different wing settings or something.
Could be, yeah, that could be the issue there. But we do have an interview. I think Mike Thompson, unfortunately, is retired from the race, so we'll get his view on the start of the race real quick here.
Yes.
Hi, Mike.
Hello.
Unfortunately, I see you've retired from the race. Do you want to just give us an eye into the start of that one? It looked like a bit of a mess from the stream.
Bit of a mess is quite the understatement, mate. I got a nice start for I can jump 2 places at least, but then I just saw a big cluster of cars piling onto each other, giving me the Australian vibes. And yeah, that was my tire and my front wing, but you know, I did manage to keep it on 4 wheels. I was like, okay, I can carry on, but then on the lap 2, there was another crash, and this time a sliding car hits me straight into the wheel, fucking up my suspension, ending my first race in Formula Trout.
Oh, that's really unfortunate, but luckily for you, it's a test one tonight, so no points
Yeah.
lost. So
No points
I guess no points lost and a lesson learned. But yes, hopefully you had some fun at least before it all went to pot. But
Yeah, the qualification and practice session was fun. Couldn't get my head down on the quali, but hence the shitty result. But yeah,
yeah.
stuff happened.
Where did you come in qualifying again? There was just so many drivers I couldn't really.
I was second to last or last, I believe.
Oh, okay.
Second to last.
Okay. Well, hopefully in Barcelona we can see you improve on that. Hopefully see you up the grid, and hopefully still running in the end without some accidents. But yeah, nice to see you racing tonight, and thank you for joining us.
Better luck next time, Mike.
Yeah, better luck next time.
Alright, bye-bye.
Alright, in the meantime, the battle for third is intensifying. David Halligan has Oscar Williams, Paul Maxar, Max Jensen right on his tail.
Ooh, it's very close between these three.
Oscar running wide.
Oh, four of them, wow.
And also, I'm noticing that it seems like Maximilian Junger is using his DRS on not the right time, so that could be an issue that has to be looked on.
Very brave lunges. It looks like Jansen's just taken up Paul Magzar.
Ooh, yes. Paul recovering.
Oscar Williams then made his way up to P4, looming down on David Halligan. All these seasoned trial drivers, so we'll see what happens here. I'm hoping for a
Did
good
you
battle
see what
between
happens
these two.
between Max Jensen and Paul Maxar, Jack?
Yeah, Jansen just sticking his nose in, I think, and I think he just misjudged where Paul broke and tapped him on the rear, sending Paul around. But they're still close together, so we might see another battle yet later on.
Yeah.
But let's have a
Some
look.
pressure on David Halligan and Oscar Williams, of course.
Oh, David Salford around. Looks to be in the chicane on the main straight.
Yes, Dave Southward didn't make a spin whilst you had the interview, so he lost some places.
Yep, unfortunate to see. Southwood, he actually won a race last season, I believe. Did he not? Was it,
I guess so, yeah.
who's that around there? That's Alex Cochran. Oh, that's unfortunate. Alex actually showed some really nice race pace in practice.
Getting passed now by James May.
Yeah, James May in
P18.
Wow, there's some drivers all over the place here. Douglas Falcon being one of them in P24.
Yes.
Must have been caught up in the early chaos of lap
Thomas
one.
Beltmans, our Canadian rookie, is up to P30 now. He's doing well.
He is indeed. Where's his teammate at? Let's have a look. Can't really find him. Is it Palmer? I think it is.
Yes.
Palmer P25,
Palmer.
so must have been caught out by those early accidents, unfortunately, as I think quite a bit separates these two, and these two were very, very close on pace. It's unfortunate to see these two down here currently, but we'll move up to some battling that's going on right now. I believe Stoyan is looking on a move on Benoit here.
Yeah, Stoyan in P10. He's in front of Janos van Dijk. Also in front of Mortivium, so he's doing well. Glenn Hughes is up into P7, so he repassed Maxi again. And Paul Maxar is spinning and he's crashing into the wall.
Oh no, that looks like it might be the end for Paul Magzar. What happened there? Did he go on the curb? On the exit there? I'd assume that is the case.
He went wide. Took too much curb and he totally lost control. End of the race.
Simon Benoit then leading this train of 4 cars heading out the last sector. He's got Cyprian Stone and Janus van Dijk, 2 seasoned chart drivers on his tail. He must be feeling the pressure at this point.
Oscar Williams, P3 now.
He is overtaking David Halligan. Where did that come from? I didn't even see that. Wow.
I think David made a mistake because Oscar wasn't right on his tail yet.
Yeah, that's probably the case, yeah. I didn't really see the move being made, so it must have happened whilst we were looking at something else, but...
There's nothing between Max and Urmas in the meanwhile. Their fastest lap times are really close and Max is still right there on the still. He is in the DRS detection, but not close enough to make a move yet.
Yeah, these two have been identical, well, nearly identical in race pace as well. So I think Max being the one to just pip on practice times, but I think it was by like matter of tenths. So really nothing between these two on pure pace. So as you can see, literally in the last sector, Hermes pulls it back, and then Max just reels it back in the first few sectors. So we'll see what happens there. I think Benoit's had some sort of mistake, as Janus Van Dijk and Stowen have got past him here.
Janus
what else has happened? He's been
passed
overtaken by Pelkman, who's made his way. Oh no, by Mortifru.
He's back in the top 10. Mixa. He was running in the top 10 early on, and now he's back.
Must have been some sort of mistake earlier on then. Not quite sure what's happened there, but back in the top 10 for Mixer there.
And meanwhile, we're getting some illegal DRS use messages, so...
Interesting, who was that by?
This was Oscar Williams. Also saw one by Maxi
Okay,
earlier
interesting.
on. It's going to be looked at after the race, probably.
I'm actually quite surprised that the T1 and 2 cones are still there. and 3. It's quite good to see. Drivers obeying the track limits then.
Down in P26 and last is Ivars Brade. I don't know if it's spelled or pronounced correctly, but I have to say he's been led now, but he's making place for the other drivers in a really professional way. So that's really good to see.
Yeah, that's good to see. Yeah. I know sometimes blue flags catch people out. Sometimes I've seen some races where people just race the drivers in the lead, but it's good to see people obeying those rules on racing in general. But just go back to Yanez, so they come back at the wrong time as he loses the rear there, letting Simon Benoit past.
Yes, now he's back in the top 10. So
now he's back in the top 10.
Places all the time. It's hard to keep up. Also, the battle for P21 is pretty intense. It's Mika in 21st, Reinis Lilies in 22nd, and Jordi Loijs. Oh, and Jordi has passed.
Oh, we got
Reinis
a little tap there.
Yeah. Jeff Jacobs has passed him. He's Belgian, so he's now up in P23.
I find it's quite weird to see how close these cars are racing, because we're so used to being for them to be like at least like a second apart each. So to see them within a second, normally, as you can see, a little battle there between Mortifrum and Cyprian Stolian.
Yeah, by the looks of things, it looks like cars are able to drive much closer to each other for longer times.
Yeah, it does. Much less affected by the dirt, than what the last car was.
Max Hamlin really closing in on Runners now.
We could be seeing a lead change very shortly. If Max can keep it together in this last sector, we do know that Hermes is a little bit quicker. Yeah, the guy's straddling that white line, staying within the track limits, really pushing the boundaries.
With the track limits, yeah, right on the edge.
Just to mention, curb is track, so if you do see drivers abusing the curb here, that is part of the track. So
it's not white lines then?
Where there is no curb, it's white lines, and where there is curb, it's the entire curb. So as Hermes and Max pits, and Max is around. He must have caught him out last second.
Max Hamlin spinning in the pit lane entry.
Oh,
he's trying to recover now, but that's going to be really costly
that's
for him.
That's going to cost him so much time, as Hermes just pulling a dummy.
He did keep it out of the wall though, so that's a good thing, but he lost a huge amount of seconds there.
This, though, brings Oscar Williams into the game for the top 2.
He has to drive backwards as well. Seems like he missed his pit lane spot. Now he's back again. That's
very unfortunate to see. I think Max Younger also pitted there, so some time gained there for him on Max Hamlin. Not sure what his strategy is at the moment. I don't know if you can get tyre information for me, if that's possible.
We'll have a look.
Not sure what tyres they pitted for. It should say on that, are the actual cars, I think, maybe.
No, it doesn't.
Interesting.
Not for me though. Let's have a look.
Oh yeah, I think the cars actually show what tyres are on, which is useful.
Okay. I can have a look. Oh, yeah. Max is driving in the hard tires. David Halligan is on softs.
Yep, that is correct. Okay, the tyres actually show what they're actually on, which
Yes.
is good for the stream. So yeah, red softs, we've got yellow mediums and white hard tyres. So if you guys want to know what tyres are on, they are colour coordinated on stream, so keep your eyes out. If you're looking for strategies, they're all on your screen. As we'll ride on board with Max Hamlin, who's looking at the back of Cyprian Stoian, looking for a move at some point here. Is he going to make it around the outside? It doesn't look like it's going to happen as Stoian goes wide. Max on fresher rubber though is going to make that move stick there. Now looking forward to Simon Benoit. Because David Halligan is in the pits.
Thank you. Huge also in the pits. So this is the battle between Halligan and Huge. Huge now leaving pit lane. Halligan as well.
Interesting to see Halligan going on mediums and
Yes.
Clank on softs. No, Clank on
Hards.
hards. Yeah, sorry.
Yes.
Wrong end of the spectrum there. A little bit of a dodgy pit exit on this track. It's very tricky for drivers coming down the main straight.
Simon Benoit right on the tail of Clank Huge.
He is. We'll go on board with him. Round the patient right as we head into the main straight.
Max Hamlin lost a huge amount of time. He lost 17 seconds. Almost
Wow.
there.
Yeah, that's
Oscar
definitely
leading the
costing
race
the
now.
race. Yeah,
Yeah,
think,
most definitely.
I think
he's right
Oscar
in
might
the-
be in with a chance of taking P2 off of Max here.
Yeah, I think so.
Oscar being one of the medium runners, so he might be looking for maybe a soft run towards the end if you can make these medium
Yeah.
stretch.
Let's see how long he can go in this tires. He's still continuing.
Yep, we'll see how this strategy unfolds later on. We'll keep an eye on him. Let's have a look at what battles we've got.
He's on lap 12 now, of 30 in total, so he's not halfway yet. So if he wants to switch to soft tires, then he really needs to keep his medium tires last. I'm not sure that's possible.
Yeah, that's going to be a tall order for Oscar, I think. I'm not sure what these cars are like on tyre wear. I didn't really look into that one. Forgot to ask some of our drivers tonight, but I think it's around similar sort of areas of the 2019 car we ran last season. So
Oh, almost crashing into a back marker by the looks of things.
that might cost him. Was it quite heavy damage or?
No, it looked to be minor, but still. He's charging hard. Max Hamlin is now in P4. He is right behind Max Jansen, who just pitted. So Max Jansen made his pit stop and stayed in front of Max Hamlin.
Interesting. So 26 seconds separates Max Hamlin from Oscar Williams. So if Oscar can pull into the pits soon, stick on some hard tyres. I've just been told that soft to medium is quite hard to pull off on this track. So
Yeah.
I don't think we'll see that from Oscar Williams. So probably going to be a medium switch to hards for Oscar.
Is there a restriction? You have to use both of two different compounds?
Yeah, you have to use two different compounds. I don't think you can go to another set of mediums. It's against the
Yeah,
rules.
Oscar goes into the pits now, so he'll switch
Ooh.
to the hard ones now then.
This will be interesting. Then we'll go onto the TV cam of Max Hamlin, who's rounding out the last sector. Then
That's going to be interesting if Oscar is going to rejoin in front of Max Jansen. That's going to be close.
yeah, it's gonna be incredibly close. Let's see how this
Ah,
plays
Oscar
out.
was already leaving.
Oscar's leaving. Max
let's
is on
beat
the
man.
main straight. It's gonna be
Oh,
incredibly
Max
close,
fell.
I think.
It's going to be close now. It's P2 for Oscar.
Oscar does secure P2 then. That is a
For
turn
now,
of events.
yes.
Very
so
interesting.
Top 5
then.
now, all on hard tires. Ooh, a spin by Max. Max Hamlin spun.
Ooh, Max spinning.
It's going from bad to worse for him. This test
Maybe,
race.
maybe it's damage. I'm not quite sure.
It looked like just a spin, but But he's now behind James May. So James
Ooh, slow car there. Is that traffic?
Yeah.
It looks to be traffic.
it was
yeah.
traffic, yes.
Yep. Lille, I hope I said that right. Pulling to one side, letting all the drivers past. It's good to see. Douglas Falcon made a move there. Don't know if we saw Alex Cochrane also making a move. I think we've got someone in the pits. It's Alex DeMoney. We'll go on board with him, leaving on the hard tyres down in P22. It looks like he's coming out in. Yep. Cormier not being able to make that cutback on Alex there.
Cyprian Stoyan is on a pretty interesting strategy, by the way. He started on softs and he just made the switch to the mediums. So he's going to maybe
Okay.
do a two-stopper, or he's trying to
Interesting.
make the mediums last for.
Yeah,
No,
that's
that's
going to be an
17
interesting one.
He lost also a few places. He was running in the top 10 a few laps ago. Now P13.
We just had Mike point out something quite funny towards me. Cormier is in DeMoney's car and he's chasing down Alex DeMoney. So he's being chased down by his own car. Head up to Alex Cochrane then. He's looking to make a move on Simon Benoit here. Oh, a little bit of a connection issue there. Still look behind with Simon Benoit then. The fight for P17 at the moment. I think actually we've got a closer battle up front in P6. Clank Hughes on the rear of David Halligan. This is going to be one hell of a battle.
Got DRS.
He's got DRS to see if Clank can make it stick around the outside. It's going to be a bold one, and there's contact. David Halligan just clipping the curb. I
Yes,
think
he
that one
lost
was
it.
inevitable, but is he going to let him through? I think he does.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, it was just unfortunate.
But that turn of events means that Dave Southwood is now in the mix.
Yeah, Maximilian Younger as well.
Yeah, Maxi
now
rubbing his hands.
P9 now.
He's seen ahead of him. David Halligan going a little bit wide there. He might have a little bit of damage from that accident. Ooh, Maxi with a little bit of understeer.
Max Hamlink has passed James May again, so Hamlink is back in P4.
Interesting.
Still in the he's still in the chase. He's not giving up yet. So he's got Max Jensen in front of him in P3 now.
Someone
5
pulling up for the
seconds.
pits. I don't know who that was. That was David Halligan in the pits once again.
Is that his first stop or second stop?
Oh, I'm not quite sure actually. I remember seeing a Griffin red car, but I can't remember whether it was Halligan or not. Probably wasn't. Maybe I'm just.
Must be his second stop actually, but
Oh,
I didn't see his first one.
maybe it's for damage. Maybe.
Yeah, he's dropping. Jordan now is back. He's dropping to P9. No, further down even. Oh, he's losing a lot of places.
Yeah, down in P14 for Halligan then. Prinz making taking the benefits from that one then. I think
Jungo,
Stein
Maxi
might
Jungo.
be.
Maximilian is passing Dave. Oh, almost passing Dave Southward.
Ooh, it's
P7.
gonna be a close one between these two. Maxi losing the rear slightly there, heading back up to the straight. We're going to TV cam for this one. 14 laps to go in this Paul Ricard Grand Prix. As Maxi looking for the outside. That's not going to happen. Dave Southwood. Ooh, where's Maxi going in? A little bit of understeer there. He's trying to find some sort of way around. I think our 2019 drivers are getting caught up by the existence of clean air behind these cars. I've seen a lot of drivers sort of slowing down way too much in corners than what they need to be.
Yeah.
Oh, is Southwood pulls into the pits?
Yeah, he does. That pulls him out of that battle.
Does
Maxi
indeed.
up to P7.
Motifrum is up to P8 as well as Pelkman, who's
In the top 10. Oh,
found
he's
his way
running
to the
nice.
top
Yeah.
10.
incredible for the Canadian rookie.
It's one hell of a first race for Team Canada. Let's see where his teammate is. Palmer made his way up to P20, making moves. Is Team Canada today. As we got Palmer in the pits.
Alright, Max Hamlink is currently running fastest of the race. He's running a second a lap quicker than Max Jansen, who was 4 seconds in front of him, so
Ooh, that's going to be interesting.
leading him fast. Yep, it's going to be a battle.
We've got Jacobs around in Sector 1, unfortunately. Let's have a look. Well, we got Stowian, 4 tenths behind Janos van Dijk. See here if he can.
Yeah, he's running the medium tyres, so he's on the faster tyre now.
He is indeed. Janos running the hard. Stowian opting for the soft to medium strategy, which is unheard of, really. But let's see if he can pull it off here.
It's good to try it out for a test race and see how it works.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, as Janos seems to be pulling away on the straights, getting a better exit there on Stowian. But Stowian in the slipstream, is he going to find his way around weaving, letting him know he's there? Going to the rear view of Janos van Dijk here. So Janos getting a better line through there, but Cyprian on the better tyre here might have the more amount of grip. Onto the main straight we go then. As Cyprian.
Max Hamlink just recorded the fastest lap on the previous lap, so he is really pushing hard in order to try that to close the gap to 3rd place.
He is. The gap is 3 seconds at the time.
Yes, he's 1.2 seconds a lap faster now than Max Jansen, so this is going to be interesting.
We'll see how that gap evolves over time. Okay, we've got 11 laps to go in the Paul Ricard Grand Prix Test Race 1.
All of the top 10 on the hard compound, so they will probably opt to finish the race on these tires.
That's a good fact, yeah. Be interesting to see how the tyre strategies unfold for the next one as well. I feel like medium to hard strat will be quite popular.
Yeah.
Maybe softer hard.
Yeah, some guys started on the soft tire. It could be interesting, soft to hard.
Yeah, very true.
But it all depends on how long the hards will and those softs will last.
Kilgore just saying in chat to remember to vote for your driver of the day.
Ooh,
So
good one.
get your votes in chat.
Well, currently, I'm really impressed by what Oscar Williams is showing in the race. In qualifying, he wasn't really up there, but he's currently P2 now. So
Yeah, I think the case for Oscar was just playing his cards right, not making any mistakes, and it's played off for him. He's made his way into P2.
But you have to be there and you have to stay clean, and that's exactly what he's doing.
Exactly, yeah. I think he's just being consistent, trying not to make any mistakes, and P2.
Well, he's also lapping 38.6s and almost only 2 tenths quicker, so it's not that Oscar's really taking it easy.
What sort of laps is Max running at the moment? Is he running like 36s?
Also, Hamlink is on 36.7.
Wow, okay, that's
and
actually quite
Max
quick
Jansen
for a
is
race
now,
pace.
he just did a 36.4 and Max Jansen a 37.1. So there's 7 tenths.
Okay, yeah, Max has
Get
actually pulled that gap
less
down
than
to
2 seconds.
1.9.
Yeah.
Okay,
So
the battle is unfolding.
Exactly.
We'll stay on
But
board with
maybe-
these then.
Maybe Max Jansen is just taking care of his tires to make sure that he has the tires in the final laps.
Interestingly, James Mayer's just pit. He's on the mediums now. I don't know what he was on before, but he's pit.
So that's a weird move, right? He was running the hards.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure what's happened there. Maybe he wants to go
Maybe.
for fastest lap or something. Maybe it doesn't really matter to him positions-wise this race. No points this race, of course. This being a test race, if you just joined in us. We'll go on board with Max Younger as he is looming down on Clank Hughes. He's got the DRS on the main straight here. He's going to go for the inside line. Is Maxi? Oh, and he loses the wheel. He's around.
Oh,
Is that
no.
commentator's curse?
It is, it is.
Oh my gosh.
He hit the right line there, but Clank you decided to brake just as late or even later than Maximilian. That caught him out.
That's unfortunate. That was going to be a good move as well for Maxine to the top 5. Clank holding onto that one then for the time being. Let's have a look down the field.
It's good to see. It's good to see Maxi just trying it and yeah, see what happens.
Yeah,
Ooh,
for
he's
sure. And
Well,
Sipping
he's
Sewing.
What's happening to Maxi? He's again off. Ooh, that's
Ooh.
not looking good.
Must be some sort of overheating issue there for Maxi,
Yes.
unfortunately.
Probably because of the spin and the recovery, so he has to take it easy now to let the tires get
Oh,
back
and
to.
Max Hamlick's made the move on Max Janssen.
He's passed him. That's
And he's passed into the
That's
top 3. Unless Janssen can get the DRS on this next straight and make a move back. But a little bit of a twitch
bit
there from
oversteer.
Janssen.
Yeah.
We'll see how this one plays out on the straight here. It looks to me like Max might have this.
Yeah,
Hamlick, that is.
He has the speed. So Max Hamlick not being able to challenge Ulmas, but at least he can look back. He has the pace, so he's quick enough.
Yeah, for sure.
Should give him some confidence.
Oh, a little bit of a movement down here for P17. Alex Cochran moving down to P18 as Jeff Jacobs makes his way up. Might have been some sort of mistake there from Alex as they're quite separated now. We'll have a look up the field. The battle that's been going on for the entire race, Janus van Dijk and Cyprian Stoian. These two have been nose to tail all race, switching positions, and it looks like we've got David Halligan and Sty Prinz also having a battle right behind them in P12
Yeah,
and P13.
Cyprian Stoyan back in the top 10 on his medium tires.
That strategy seems to be working for him. I'm not quite sure how he's managing this. 8 laps to go. We'll see if those tyres hang on for the end of the race.
I'll have a look on his what his lap times are doing. His last lap was really quick. It was a 37.8.
Wow, that's
Bergman's in
quite
front.
good,
It is on a 39.0. So Cyprian has the pace until now at least.
Benoit looking on the rear of Douglas Falcon then. Ooh, a little bit of oversteer there. As we'll stay with him for the main straight, see if we can make the move into T1 then. Here we go then, can he get the run? A little bit of oversteer. But it looks like he's got a good run now, the last corner there. DRS open. Slowly reeling him in. Can he send it down the inside? It looks like he's going to try. No, a little bit of a weave. Not quite going to send it though. Today. Still right behind Falcon again for the next sector. Douglas getting a better line through there though.
Clank Hughes made him last lap. He lost over 2 seconds to Maxi. And Maxi again close to Clank. So
Interesting.
the battle for P5 isn't over.
We'll have to keep that one on our books later on.
James May recording the quickest sector 1 of all race on his medium tires.
Interesting, medium, so he must have come from...
Yeah, he made a pit stop a few laps
oh yeah,
ago.
he did, yeah.
He just recorded the fastest lap of the race, a 36.0.
Wow,
So he's
okay.
fast. It's quicker than anyone else at the moment. Almost lapping a second a lap quicker than anyone.
That's interesting to know because he's slowly closing in on Mortiferum here.
Yeah, he's
So
quickly
he's the
closing
main
in on
straight.
Ixa, Marty Verum, who's running in an excellent P7.
Ooh, they might be taken away from him here by James May. You can just visually see the grip difference between these two. James May running the newer medium rubber compared to the hard compound and older compound of What's he from?
Yeah, James May really fast now. He did a 35.7 previous lap. That's going to be interesting. But,
35.7.
the mediums are really playing out well at the moment. He's making the move on the inside and passing Mixer.
Yeah, that's done. Yeah, for
classic
James
move
May
like
there. Done and dusted.
And next up is Maxi Junger, and he isn't too far in front. So James May, if he can keep up this pace, he can move back to P5.
Yeah, Maxi. Well, he was around. Was it about a second away from Clank? But it looks like Clank's pulled out some sort of gap on him now. Janus Van Dijk overtaking Cyprian Starion once again. These two just constantly back and forth.
Clank going wide. Clank running wide.
Clank going wide.
Which offers Maxi is again within a second. And James is 2 seconds behind. So he's really close for P5. Seems like Clank has trouble with his tires at the moment. He did a 38.2. And James on a 36.5, almost 2 seconds quicker than Clank is at the moment. Almost doing his best sector 1 time, so it seems like he saved his tires a little bit. Same for Oscar Williams, also doing a 44.0.
Yeah, I think Ermus should. Well, ideally, if he did push, I think Ermus would be doing low 36s race pace wise. I think Douglas Falcon putting in a 36.8 there. What tires is he running? Douglas on the hard compound, so a good lap there from Douglas.
Very good lap, yeah.
Maxi then looming in on Clank Hughes. It looks to be like he has a DRS, which is going to help him out down this straight. A little bit of a track cut there, Maxi, but we'll let it off for this race. Unfortunately, caught that on stream.
Yeah, that's the problem of this track. It really allows for cutting a bit too easily.
Alex Cochrane pitting for the soft tyres.
Jack, have a look at the battle for second place. Oh no, sorry, that's misjudged. I thought that Max Hammerling was right on the tail of Oscar, but it was a back marker. He's still a few seconds behind him.
Yeah,
but
4 seconds between those two. I think Max is slowly closing that gap every lap,
Still
but
6
Maxi...
laps to go, so it could be interesting, also for second place.
Yeah, for sure. I think Maxi is making some sort of ground on Clank here.
Yes.
7/10 between these two.
James another second behind. So the battle
Clank
for
making a
fifth is
mistake
on,
out T1.
Yes.
I think he gained some time from that one, but...
Ooh, that's interesting. James now on the tail of Maxi. Everybody going wide.
We're throwing chat limits out the window for this one, boys. Here we go then onto the main straight. David Allegan all over the rear of Cyprian Starion. This could be the first time in this race that we've seen Cyprian Starion and Janus Van Dijk split up from each other on the grid. Here we go.
I think Cyprian is struggling with his mediums at the moment.
Yeah, that's what we thought would happen.
Yeah, Janus Van Dijk passed him already, and now David Halligan also passed him.
Cyprian making a move, but that's bold.
It was a bold move.
Cyprian just avoiding the apex entirely. Quite a
gaining a lot.
unique one, that. It's Maxi unfortunately going wide there. It's David Halligan making move on Southwood. Those two getting very close indeed.
Okay. Battle for fifth is really hot. James May right behind James May on the inside of Maximilian Junger, and he takes 6th. Yeah, he took 6th place from Max.
James May taking Maxi's place then.
Yes, he's making those tires work. Those
yeah, that new medium.
Will he last them to the end?
Sorry, a little bit of a screen freeze there as Maxi slightly loses the rear there, a little bit of a tank slapper.
James May up to 6th place now. Running the medium tires, remember, but he's now right behind Glenn Hughes.
James May the one to watch in these final stages, making these this two-stop work for him. The medium's proving to be good in these last few stages if you run the two-stop strategy. I think he's running like 35s, 36s now.
Yeah,
So,
low 36. Question is if it's a good strategy, of course. I think he pitted from 3rd or 4th. So the question is if it's the quickest strategy, but it's interesting for sure.
It looks like we've got Pelkman. Pelkman's is had some sort of issue there, down to P14.
That's a shame for Team Canada.
Yeah.
He's running up at 9th place.
Yes, Palmer. I'm just keeping an eye on Team Canada at the moment. Team Canada.
Cyprian again, back in P9.
You
He's
can't
going
make
in
it
and out
up.
of top 10.
These two have just been back and forth the entire race. Literally every time you look at them, they're the other way round.
Still running those mediums.
As James May takes Clank. There it is. Sorry, we missed both overtakes on that one.
Those mediums are working for both James May and for Cyprian Stoyan at the moment.
It's interesting.
Just 4 laps to go.
Yep, into the last 4 laps then. Max Hamlink is closing in on Oscar Williams, 1.9 seconds behind at the moment. We'll keep an eye on the last few laps.
Yes, and he's lapping a second a lap quicker than Oscar, so that's
interesting.
interesting. Thank you. Trying to keep up with James May, but it's not working out for him at the moment. Mixa Mortifium is in P8 and he's really close behind Maxi.
He is 1.2 seconds behind at the moment. Just go back to Yanas. These two once again battling for position. I think Yanas he's actually got Stein points up his inside. What a move that is!
Oh no!
And the fast kink, they touch wheels, heading into the long right end.
Stein Prince entering the top 10.
Top 10 for Stein Prince.
I haven't seen a lot from him during the race, but he's up there right at the right moment.
Oh, there's contact between, who's that? Cyprian Stoyan.
Oh no!
And he's around.
That's a
really
shame.
Unfortunate, yeah.
It was. With whom was Cyprian colliding there?
I think Stein just catching him on the exit of that corner there.
Real shame for Cyprian. But if it goes on, he will come back into the top 10 again in the final lap. But the pattern continues.
Motifrum making moves. He's up to P7 now, ahead of Maxi Younger. I don't know what's happened there.
Maxi making a mistake probably. Yeah, we saw it coming already. Maxi probably struggling a lot with the tires. He did 39.1 the previous lap. Oh, he's cutting the track now. He's in back trouble.
Yeah, maybe pushing a bit too hard on those tires.
They saw forward on his medium tires back in the top 10.
Medium seems to be working then. All the medium runners find some pace in these last few seconds. Last few laps of this race. Let's have a look at some of the closing gaps. Oscar Williams finding some rapid pace, mid 36s for Oscar Williams.
That's impressive.
On that old hard tyre.
Yeah, probably really saved his tires a little bit, and now he's pushing them like crazy. No,
yeah,
stay in front of Max. Max Hammerlink had a really bad lap, by the way. He did a 38.7.
Yeah, that's not good at all. That's
Oscar,
that's where his pace went then. So Stein Prinz is looming down on David Halligan, 4 tenths behind at the moment. See if he gets DRS. He does indeed. Down the main straight we go then. On board with David Halligan.
Yeah, David passing Stein on his mediums.
Not quite at the moment. Stein getting a little bit of understeer there.
Yeah, it's going to be difficult for Stein to come back on his harder tyre.
Yeah, it is for sure. He's on the... What tires is starting on? He's on the hard, so yeah. David Halligan could be in with a benefit here with the softer tyre, but it looks like he's trying to defend somewhat here on the main straight, but the DRS not working too much for Stein there, not close enough to gain the slipstream. And on the final lap of the race, Omis Riss has been your leader for the entirety of this one, from start to finish. Never was really in doubt. Max Hamlink, a little bit of an issue in his pit stop, meaning he lost quite a considerable amount of time for the remainder of the race, unfortunately. But Ermis, he's kept his head down, played it cool, and it's worked out well for him today.
Yes, you can say that. Almost really unchallenged after the struggles, especially the problem Max Hamlink had in his pit entry. But you gotta say it's a perfect comeback for Urmas. It's just a test race, but he's back and he's back dominating.
Yep, this is the first proper visualization of the pace. I say that as Urmas gets a little bit of a snap. You give him all the praise of the... Yeah, maybe just doing a little bit of power slide to celebrate. But we'll stay on board with him as he comes onto the main straight for the final time this race. Your race winner today, Omis Riss, crosses the line to take P1 here in the first test race of the Formula Trial Premier season. Go back to Oscar Williams, who is just going to fend off Max Hamlink for P3 in today's race.
Second place.
P3? P2. Max Hamlink with P3 there. And Max Jansen, I didn't expect to say that name today, coming home in his first ever Formula Trial race for P4.
That's an impressive result for Max.
Very impressive. Could see some new names in the top 5, and James May, after that really quite impressive stint on those mediums, comes home P5, and Clank Hughes just behind him in P6. I've got some new names coming out of the final corner here.
Maximilian Younger trying to pass Mixer Martiverum on the final corner.
Ooh, it's all coming down to the wire, and Mortiferum coming on P7. Maxime P8.
Has passed Janus van Dijk in the final lap.
Wow.
On his medium tires, so it's going to be interesting. The different strategies, 2-stop versus 1-stop. It's working for Dave.
Let's have a look. Oh, big crash on the straight after the line. I think everyone's just happy the race is over. Benoit then, coming on P15.
P15, and he's happy. He did a good
Not bad
race.
at all, yeah, not bad. Jeff Jacobs coming on P16, and Douglas Falcon.
Lost the position, P17 for him.
I think these are the guys who lost out this race, unfortunately, at the start. So
already on the first lap, so that was a shame.
Yeah, unfortunately, but yeah, hopefully next time we'll see these guys back up there.
Exactly.
And
Both Alexes
fighting.
now crossing the finish. Alex Demoni and Alex Cochran in 18th and 19th. So good race.
But yeah, there we go. The race is over. Thank you for joining us. We're going to have some interviews now, I believe. Hopefully, if we've got anyone waiting. And yeah, welcome back to the Comcam. Hopefully the mic is working this time. Yeah, it's good to have a visualization of the commentators in this race. Got interesting change for this one. We'll see if we've got anyone waiting as we let all the drivers settle down after that one. Omis Riss, your winner then in race 1. Oscar Williams with a comeback there from his qualifying into P2, and Max Hamlin unfortunately losing out at his pit stop, getting caught out by Omis Riss's dummy move into the pits there, and just catching Max on his reflexes and just not reacting fast enough on that one, causing him to spin.
So we got Oscar waiting for his interview. Our P2.
Yep, we'll just wait to see if anyone wants to have their interview. Actually, yeah, we have got Oscar. Yeah, we'll pull him in here. Oscar, what a good race that was for you. Is he there?
Oscar. He's probably too impressed of his performance, driving to P2.
He's speechless. We'll put some music on in the background at the moment. We'll have to. Oh, is he speaking now? Got
Sorry,
some
lads.
issues. There we go.
There he is.
Okay, there we go.
How was it?
It was good. It was good to watch. It's quite a lot of action, I guess you could say.
What was it? Clean? Was it dirty? What?
Well, the start was interesting.
Okay.
So
Yeah, I got a tap in the. I think I was 3 wide in the turn 1.
yeah, there was quite a lot of argy-bargy in the background of the main straight. So yeah.
Hey, 9th to 2nd, I'll take that, right?
Yeah, no, that was
Yeah.
a really impressive result. We were just saying how you made it all the way up from 9th to 2nd. So yeah, we didn't really. It just came out of nowhere after Max had that pit issue. I don't know if you knew what happened there.
Yeah, I was in voice chat with him.
Oh
so
yeah,
I
yeah, yeah.
he'd spun on the entry. He made 2 other errors, so he would have been 2nd, to be fair. I was pleased with P2.
Yeah, no.
So Oscar, you started on the soft tires or the medium ones?
The medium.
Okay.
But I completely screwed up my quali lap, so I was so annoyed at myself.
Yeah, but you stayed out of trouble in the whole race, so well done on getting that 2nd place.
Cheers, lad. You know I don't like 2nd though, yup. Anyway,
Well, then you
guys
have to
later.
beat Urmas Reese.
If I don't mess up qualifying next time, I'll try.
Alright, we'll have a look.
Take it easy.
Thank you, Oscar. Hope to see you in next race. We're gonna bring
We got
in
Maximilian
Junger now.
Junger waiting.
Maxi, how was that for you?
Horrible. I was extending everywhere, losing the backhand, having to go wide. It was not good. Not a good race. I got taken out a few times, got spun by myself. Yeah, just messy.
Was that down to strategy, or was that just in
Bad
the car
luck,
in general, or what was that?
And just me not liking the car. I don't know, I
Okay.
can't. It's not good for me, like this track and car combo. It's not.
Yeah.
You chose for a one-stop strategy, just like a few others of the top
Everyone.
guys. Did you also
Yeah.
consider a two-stop strategy?
No, it's not really. I don't think it's viable because it's just such a. It's still a pretty short race, so you lose a lot of time. Although James May did manage to go do a good race on 2-stop, so because he he was coming up behind me, and I was like, damn, how is he going so fast? And then I looked at the tires and I realized he was on fresh mediums.
Exactly.
No, yeah, it was an interesting stream to watch. Hopefully, it was enjoyable for you in the end. But we'll hopefully
Yeah.
see you further up the grid in the next one, the next test race.
Yeah, thank you.
And we'll
Uh,
hopefully see you in red in the next test race as well.
Oh yeah, that's gonna be, maybe that's why I was slow.
Yeah, maybe that I would say that's the issue. I think.
And you,
Yeah,
s-
definitely. No red.
you can still take away your pace from qualifying from this race, Max. I believe you were in 5th in qualifying.
Yeah, I was 5th and I was on for an even faster lap, but I spun last try, so I think I could have gotten 4th or 3rd.
So that's a positive.
Yeah, it was decent. It was decent, especially with like how I was coming into the race thinking I was gonna be like out of the top 10. It wasn't that bad.
No.
In retrospect.
Good job. Good job.
Thank you.
Yeah, no, very good job, Maxi, and yeah, thank you for racing. We'll see you at the next round in Barcelona.
We'll see you there.
Okay, see you in a bit. And I don't think we have anyone waiting. I would have thought that Alex would hop in here, but maybe not tonight.
For our race winner.
Yeah, where is Miss?
Probably drinking champagne
Yeah,
for a
it's
successful
probably the
comeback to
case.
Proud League. And rightly so. He was really impressive. Oh, there he
Okay.
is.
Yeah, he's
Honestly,
waiting.
yeah.
Okay,
He
we'll
just
drag him.
finished his bottle.
And here he is. Ermus, congratulations on the win. Just slow and steady, I guess.
Thanks. Yeah, I was fortunate. I mean, actually unfortunate that Max. I think he had a collision into the pits. Like,
Yeah.
After that, it became kind of boring, but the game kept freezing, so that kind of gave me some excitement because I was going blind in some corner.
Yeah, I think Max was a little bit caught out by your move into the pits, so it was sort of like a last-minute decision to head into the pits, and a bit too much speed meant that he span round on the entry. So
Yeah, I was trying to manage the mediums on the first stint, but so I wasn't going full pace, and I knew Max couldn't pass me on the straights, so I didn't push as much. But the tires still died, so I just went into the pits because I was going to spin otherwise.
yeah, for sure. So yeah, very consistent race from you. I don't think we didn't really see the peak pace. I was mentioning that on stream. I was thinking he should be doing 36s, but yeah, it was just very well held.
If we had pushed constantly, it would have been something low 36s, yeah. But the tires would die so fast with that pace, and the ERS gets depleted quite a lot.
Yeah, for sure. But yeah, very good race, and you defended off Max quite well in the first few stages of the race, which is good to watch.
That was really sketchy. There was like parts where I was faster and parts where he was faster.
Yeah,
so
we noticed
I
that.
had to change my line. I changed my line for the straights, so he couldn't pass me on the straight.
Okay, that's interesting. Yeah, we noticed. I think it was like the first few sectors where Max would find some time on you, and then you'd gain it all back in the last one, and then it'd be over and over and over.
I think he had a bit more downforce than me, so he kept catching up in sector 1, and that was just he wasn't able to catch up on straights much.
Yeah, that seemed to be the case. But yeah, congratulations on your win. I don't. Yap, do you want to say something? Or?
Yeah, Urmas, you come back to Trout League after some time and immediately on the pace and dominant. So congrats on your victory. How does it feel to come back to Trout League?
Well, I think this is probably my favorite league in Assetto Corsa. Or actually, I mainly play Assetto Corsa, so this is the best league for me. And I love these cars, and I love racing these cars. So about the victory, I mean, this is just a test race. I don't think we've seen the best from everyone yet.
Yeah, for sure. I think that's the case as well. Hopefully, we'll see you in your actual car next race as well, which would be good to see. Everyone in their own cars.
Yeah, that was interesting.
Yeah, it was a little bit confusing for us in the commentators booth as well, where everyone was just in random liveries. But yeah, hopefully we'll have that fixed for the next one. Of course, it's a test race, so those things happen. But yeah.
Yeah, looking forward to Barcelona.
Yeah, that's gonna be a good one. I think everyone will like that one a little bit more than this one.
I think we're gonna have a real intense top 5 on that track.
Yeah, for sure. But thank you for racing tonight. Hope you enjoyed it, and we'll see you in 2 weeks' time.
We'll see ya.
Cheers, Omis.
Bye bye.
Okie dokie then. I don't think we have anyone left for interviews. We'll just give it a few just to make sure that everyone has had one. But just a race overview then, I guess. Interested to see how many newcomers are on pace.
Yes, the field is pretty close.
Yeah, for sure.
At the front and at the midfield, so that's yeah, it's going to be exciting for the season.
Exactly, yeah, and
it's good also to see the new names. The Conor Pelkmans driving. I'm not sure if he took a top 10 in the end, but it's good to see those new names mixing it out and fighting with the regulars. So yeah, it's good.
yeah, and Janssen coming in P4, which was I think the big one for me. He just sort of came out of nowhere, and that's he's one of the Nova drivers. So we could be seeing Nova in the top 5. A new team, brand new team founded by Alex DeMoney. Shout out to Alex there. Coming in with a new team and instantly getting the drivers in. The new ones as well, ones we've never heard of before. So it's nice to have some new names on the table, fighting for top 5s and maybe even podiums during the season. So we'll see how that plays out. But I don't think we've got any more interviews tonight. So we'll round this stream off for tonight. Any final words, Yap?
Nope, it was my pleasure, Jack. It was great to do this together with you.
Yeah, it's really good, yeah. Hopefully we'll have you on the next stream as well, if that's possible.
Yes,
But,
see you then.
Yeah, we'll see. So thanks for joining us tonight, guys. Hopefully you did enjoy tonight's stream. If you did, we have a link down below if you want to join the Formula Trout Discord server. You can get stuck in with the action. Again, it's never too late to sign up. We're still in the testing part of the season, so you can still join in on all the action to come. And yes, we'll see you in 2 weeks' time in Barcelona for the second test race. Cheers, guys.
See you in Spain. Bye bye.
And we'll see you in a bit.